Hey, Eric here, Nomadic Fanatic. Um, so the question, why do I choose to live in an RV? Why do I choose this lifestyle? And, well, the reason, at least for me, actually, the last few years I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, similar people who live this lifestyle. And, there's a lot of people that think they just can't do it. They just, they have a family, they have a job, they already have a house and car payments and all this stuff that's like tied them down, and they just physically can't do it. And me thinking about that, being a 32-year-old guy, I have a cat. It's about the only thing. Um, right now I'm not working. I'm just going to school, but I really don't have anything tying me down to one place. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot of things in life that I just feel the exact opposite of the way other people feel. I mean, I have no intentions of buying property in a house. I don't understand why the American dream is to buy some mansion and then expand and get a pool and put a baseball field in the backyard and have all this debt and then buy 4 cars for the family and then pay those debt and then have all these credit cards that have all this mass debt and pay that and pay taxes and it's just ever expanding. I just never understood that concept. Getting married. I don't even understand the fact of getting married. The fact that you have to get married and you have to have kids. And people move into houses all the time or apartments. They don't get along with their neighbors. They want to leave, but they can't because they can't afford to move. I hate roommates. I've never gotten along with a roommate in my life. I've tried it and it doesn't work. I know that I don't get along with roommates, so I want to live alone. But as far as being nomadic, I like to move around. I like to be able to move around. I like to go to my free campgrounds when they're open. They're not open right now, but, I like to go, I don't know, just drive anywhere. I like to be able to not be hooked down. You buy some cabin or some little kit, some little shed kit, something, put it on somebody's property. Well, it's stuck there. It's not mobile. I like being on, well, I'm on 6 wheels, but I like being on wheels, be able to turn a key and go. And on that note, I know there's a lot of other people that live in RVs on YouTube that like to talk about, or that only like to talk about the good of the RV life. They don't talk about any of the negative. I mean, life ain't perfect. I live with a cat, and that makes things a lot more difficult. It's well worth the adaptation. I don't mind it at all because I love my cat a lot more than I'd love living with anybody else. But right now, I think I already talked about the freezing temperature here that we're having in Olympia. My black and gray water tanks are completely frozen, hard as a rock. I can't take a shower right now in my shower because the tank below is frozen. It doesn't matter that I have a water holding tank that's full because I can't put any more water in the drains right now. I've just, it's just one of those freak things. I have to wait until it gets fixed, and it's kind of a pain. My engine will not start when it's freezing. When it is below 32 degrees, my engine won't start. It'll just turn over and turn over. Technically, I got it to start up after like 2 minutes. I don't know if it's a fuel delivery problem or I really don't know. Like I said, I haven't had this RV for long, but it doesn't like being started in the cold. The deep cycle battery holds a terrible charge. I'm talking, I just run a couple DC lights and my furnace fan overnight, it'll be dead the next morning. And my generator takes DC power to start up. So boondocking out here, I can get stranded out here if it's freezing and I can't, start up the main engine to be able to charge the generator. So I mean, there's a lot of things. My toilet, also on the back where the water comes in, it's leaking a little bit. Oh, my fridge is missing the tray underneath the coils, so that when it does that automatic thaw thing, there's nothing to hold the water. It just drips down, so it gets on my egg carton and anything else down there on the top of the soda. Um, I burn through propane. I didn't realize it at first, but I wanted to actually get an actual number, a dollar amount of how much propane I go through. It's December here in Washington State. I go through that 20-pound container of propane once every 5 days with my thermostat set at 60. So all I'm using it is the heater furnace at 60 degrees, the water heater, the fridge and freezer, and the stove and oven when I make tater tots pizza and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not using it that often. I can't think of a way to cut back except for when I'm parked at somebody's house plugged in power. I can switch the fridge to electric, use the microwave and my convection oven more often. But the water heater, there's only one way to heat my water, and that's with the propane water heater. Unless I was to just use it like once a day, like just flip it on once a day, give it an hour to heat up, and then take my shower, wash my dishes, everything I need with, I don't know if that would be more, Oh, and then the other thing is, being plugged into power, I can use my electric heat, which is a lot more efficient than propane heat. But propane heat just works better. It's just much easier. You factor that in, though, 5 days at a 20-pound container. If you do that on a monthly basis during the winter, it costs me $70 a month in propane. Propane use, $70. But I mean, then again, think of it this way. I mean, there's people out there that live in houses that have an energy bill that's way more than $70 a month for their energy bill. And I'm completely self-reliant on my power. So, yeah, I guess that's one way to think of it. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of just in a bad mood today. The Seahawks lost to the 49ers. So then I have 2 losses. Anyways, I have a lot of homework to do. Starting tomorrow is the next full week. Is the last full week of fall quarter, and then I have winter vacation, 3 weeks off for winter vacation. Hoping to shoot a lot more videos. I want to try and hit a couple campgrounds. So I'm going to be shooting some new video about boondocking, washing clothes out there. I have a technique for washing clothes in the river, even though it's freezing out there. But it won't last. The temperatures will raise up a little bit. Anyway, still going to shoot some new videos. Remember, subscribe, and feel free to ask me questions, comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.